Hey guys, it is me again. I'm now driving home from work. Pretty crazy day. You know, one of those days where you feel like you worked all day and you have very little to show for it. But I guess we all get those days every now and again. So, I kind of wanted to expand a little bit on who I am. I know my first video really didn't touch on too much other than the fact that I am a single mom and I have 3 children, ages 15, 8, and 2. So I kind of want to go back to the beginning and tell you how it all got started. Nathan is my oldest. He's going to be 16 in October. And I met his dad at a club because I thought I was Miss Billy Badass going to the club every weekend. Well, needless to say, that's where I met his father. And his father told me, when I told him that I was pregnant, that he didn't want a child unless he was married. And I told him, I said, well, hey, you're going to have one. And then when I told him it was a boy, he said, I wanted my first boy to be with somebody that I married. And I said, well, you've got a boy now. And I said, you know, this is just way too much. I said, I hope you never have another boy. Well, guess what? He has 2 daughters after my son. So I guess my little curse worked. Nathan is very smart. He does not have his learner's permit yet. I refuse for him to get that because honestly, I don't want to pay for that. That's a lot of money in insurance. He was a little pistol to handle as far as growing up. He has been diagnosed with a few behavioral disorders, but with proper medication, he's doing great. He, of course, has his breakthrough moments where he drives me absolutely crazy. Not to mention the fact that he's now a teenager. So don't even get me started. Like, teenagers? That's just a whole nother ball of smelliness. I don't understand. I guess we all went through the same thing, but craziness. So, yeah, Nathan was my first. I kind of grew up a little bit. I was 19 when I had him. I did have a very good job. I was working in a call center, and we lived on our own for just a little bit. And then along came my daughter, Olivia. She will be 9 in September. And her father and I were dating. We had met, and then things just weren't adding up in his stories. And come to find out, he was dating a lot of other women. And he was in the process of getting a divorce from his wife at the time. So I broke it off with him, and we reconnected after Olivia was born. I thought, oh wow, you know, he's gonna come around and he's gonna, you know, help support Olivia and everything. Well, that never panned out. So fast forward, I met Jace's father. He's the baby. He's gonna be 3 in August. And it was one of those flukes where we had met and I fell pregnant within a couple of days of meeting him. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. You all have done that too. So, when I was about 2 months pregnant, he broke up with me. And I found out later on that he was, again, sleeping around, multiple women. We tried to reconnect after Jace was born when he was about 2 months old, and he came around for a little bit, and then things weren't working out. And that was the end of that. I do not receive child support from either one of, from any of the fathers. Nathan's dad has never seen him. And Olivia's father, the last time he saw her, she was, oh boy, maybe 5 or 6 months old. And for Jace, he was 4 months old the last time his father saw him. I could go out there and I could get all the child support that I want. I could lead an even more comfortable life than I have now. But why? Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to open up the can of worms? I don't have to share my children. These men obviously want nothing to do with their offspring. Now keep in mind, these are all wonderful children. They're all wonderful in their own way. You know, they're smart and artistic and funny and just a joy to be around. Now, side note, don't put all three of them in a room together because I swear you're going to want to jump off the skyway. I digress. So, you know, I don't want their money because a lot of times child support is, yes, it's having the father pay for their children, but in the same breath, it's not even about that because a lot of women out there just want the money. They see their children as another $500 a month that they can support themselves with. You know, raising children is not easy. It is not cheap. It is highly expensive. The older that they get, the more expensive their toys get, the more expensive their clothes get. You know, it's difficult at times, but you have to make do. I'm not jealous of my friends who have their children see their fathers every other weekend. And now, mind you, ladies, you know, it's not just always the men. Some of you out there, too, don't see your children. And you don't pay for your children. And that's, come on. Anyways. So, my friends will shuffle their children back and forth from their house to their ex's house. And while I would absolutely love a few days, quote unquote, off from my children, I wouldn't change anything for the world. I don't have to share my time. I don't have to get permission. While, again, I would love to have a few days off, a couple extra dollars in my pocket, that's not really what this is about. This is about owning up to being a mom and making it and raising your children the best that you can with what you can do. Again, never stop hustling. You know, hustling is not slinging drugs, and it's not, you know, going to the strip clubs and stripping. It's nothing like that. It's always on the mindset of, what can I do to better myself? I have a very white-collar job. It's cushy. I absolutely love what I do. I'm respected. But you know what? On the weekends, I go and scrub toilets. One, it keeps me humble, and two, it fattens my pockets. People just don't understand. If you have to sit on the couch on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, off of work with nothing to do, and I hear you complain about money, you've lost all of my respect, because you could be out there and you could be doing something. Yeah, I take my children with me. You know what? We're going to go scrub toilets together. They're going to take out the garbage. They're going to vacuum. You know, sometimes I don't really want their help, so I just have my middle child help me with the youngest, or I'll have, you know, Nathan help out or something just to keep each other entertained. But you've got to keep moving. And that's the one thing that people don't do nowadays. But listen, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go fight traffic. I need to really go get my nails done because I broke a nail yesterday and I'm walking around with no nail on my middle finger. The struggle is real. All right, guys, until next time.